Hello there friends, my name is Victoria Moro. Welcome to Release of the Day. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can keep up with the newest trends in the world of indie artists. Hello there friends, I'm so happy to be here with you. Join us tonight, a very talented and nice musician. Hi!
Hey, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. My name is John.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Doing good. I work remotely, so I'm just kind of in between my work day right now, and yeah, I'm glad we could finally get on here. I know it took some time for us scheduling it, but happy to be here.
Oh, so nice. And are you ready to begin?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Good. And then we can start. First of all, please introduce yourself. What's your name and where are you from?
Yeah, so my name's John. My artist name is iHATEJON. We can get into that in a minute, but I'm from Shelby, North Carolina. It's a small town kind of near Charlotte, so small rural country town. And right now I'm in Richmond, Virginia, which is where I live currently. And yeah, like I said, I'm just work remotely. So kind of while working, I'll write songs and record stuff and listen to music. And it's a good kind of balance. So I don't have to be in an office. I can kind of work on music on the side.
Oh, nice. And what is the genre of your music?
It's alternative hip hop. I kind of have a wide range of styles, but they're all kind of in this alternative hip hop realm, from kind of emo rap to indie rap to more traditional hip hop.
And what is your favorite movie or TV series?
That's a good question. I really like Trainspotting, classic movie, British movie. And Interstellar is always a good one. TV show, and I'll say Spirited Away too, the anime in the Ghibli studio. That's probably my favorite movie. But as far as TV, Cowboy Bebop, I do like watching anime, and Death Note is probably my favorite TV series.
Oh, nice, good. And what book you would recommend for reading to your audience?
I would have to say one. It's actually, I have a couple, but I have one that I just finished recently. Is Atomic Habits. I forget who the author is, but it's basically a kind of a self-help type book about how to build better habits and how to stop bad habits. It's been really helpful, and I've really been able to implement some of those things recently, and I think it's good. It gives you good actionable steps to take.
Oh, good. You know, I like you give a very nice answers, actually. Open answers, more than one word.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you. And what is your motto in life?
Probably just I try and stay in the present as much as I can. So I'm just trying to keep myself grounded. But a lot of times it's like if I do find myself frustrated or feeling down or whatever, I guess just to remind myself, it's not like this forever. You just got to get through the next 5 minutes, and then you might be feeling better. Just, to not think. I have a tendency to get anxious about the future and worry too much about things that are out of my control. So to just be in the present and know, in 5 minutes, you'll probably be feeling completely different.
Oh, it's good, it's good. And what is your favorite dish and favorite drink?
I wished. I've never been to Europe. I know I'd probably, if I went, my favorite dish would probably change. But with the food we have in America here, I'd say I really like pizza, of course, but I do like a lot of different Asian dishes, just like orange chicken, noodles, rice, and I would do like my Chipotle. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, and
favorite drink.
But if pizza, which type of pizza?
Definitely like New York style, either cheese or pepperoni. And I do like barbecue chicken pizza too. That's a more like traditional American. But yeah, it has like barbecue and bacon and cheese. And my favorite drink, probably Celsius. I don't know if you can see it here. I drink these like every day. They're like a zero sugar, 0 calorie energy drink type. I don't drink. I used to drink coffee, but I stopped drinking it. I didn't really like the taste, and I love drinking Celsius, so I drink those like every day.
Oh, good. And explain to us, how do you start your morning?
So recently, I've been, I kind of changed from here and there, but I try and wake up and get outside and get some sun in my face. Because I know when you wake up, it's good to get sun in your eyes, and it helps just get your brain moving for the day. So usually I go stand outside with my dog for a little bit and then get a Celsius and sit down and start reading whatever book I'm reading. I try and read for about 30 minutes, and then I'll usually hop on my first meeting of the day around 9 o'clock.
Oh, good. It's really interesting. Thank you. And if you could have one superpower, which would you choose?
The first answer, the easy one, would be to fly. But I think I would like something. I don't know if you watched the new show on Netflix called Wednesday, about the Addams family. I would like to have a partner, like the hand that can go do things for me. So I'd like to have like an extension of myself that can do things while I'm sitting here.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And which artists influence you most of all?
Yeah, definitely my biggest influences are Mac Miller, Lil Peep, rest in peace. J. Cole, big influence. We're both from the same state, North Carolina, here in the U.S. Smino has been a big influence recently, and as well as bands like Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens, Green Day. I kind of have a wide range of influences, but those are some of the major ones.
And which of the new artists, for example, from 2020, is more interesting for you?
Okay, I got this one. I think Breakins. He's kind of bursted onto the scene this year. He's kind of a hyper pop type artist, but he's as far as I know, he's still independent, but he makes all his beats, which I don't do, but I admire that and respect the people who do. But he just has a really unique sound. He's kind of blending genres and doing it in a good way, which is really hard to blend genres and make it sound good. And he is just kind of pushing the sound forward, and it's really unique. And it's inspired me a lot this year, for sure. Break-Ins.
Oh, you're prepared, I think, for all my questions.
I love this.
Okay, and we continue. If you could spend a day with a historical character, who would you choose?
That's a good one.
Not so easy, yeah?
No, not so easy. I was prepared for the other one. Yeah, this one's interesting. You know, maybe I'd be like Moses from the Bible. Someone, you know, just I got some unanswered questions that I think he would be able to fill me in on, as far as what was going on back then. I think I could bring some light to the to some current religions and what people were thinking. So I think I would like to be Moses or someone like that who could, like, you know, really tell me what's going on, the answers of life.
Oh, nice. Very, very interesting. And now we return back to music. Describe your music in a sentence, or even better, in a word.
I think it is a symbiotic relationship. Yeah, my music is a symbiotic relationship. I think because me making it is helping me, and the reason I'm making it is so it can help others in certain times. So, like, just by me making it, music's my outlet. It helps me feel better in the moment. And then I have people tell me all the time when they listen to this song, it helps them feel better. Well, you know, that's what music's always done for me. It's been there for me when I'm feeling down and bad. So I think it's a symbiotic relationship. It's helping me to make it. It's helping the listener to listen to it.
And what is your music creation process?
So it varies. It's always different, from song to song. Sometimes a lot of times I just write all the time. So silence and just kind of write, come up with melodies, whatever it may be, hooks, verses. And then I try and find a beat, or have a friend make one. that I can then kind of fit my lyrics on. And then sometimes I'll pick a beat out and then write lyrics to it. So it kind of depends, but usually I'm writing and then going and surfing YouTube for beats or reaching out to my other producer friends and having them send me stuff. And it really just kind of depends. Like sometimes I'll hear a beat and I'll hear a certain sound and I'll be like, oh, I think I have a verse that I wrote a couple months ago that'll fit on here. So it's very kind of stitched together. But usually the best ones I will say is like when I just hear a beat and write something in 20 minutes, and it's like the most pure. Is probably my favorite way to do it.
And do you believe more in natural talent or in hard work?
Hard work. It's hard work. Yeah, it's hard work. It's which I got plenty more to do because I'm not very musically. I mean, I've always had a good ear for music, but I don't play any instruments or anything like that. So I'm still learning a lot about like what sounds go together and the circle of fifths and stuff like that. It's I would say it's definitely hard work because no one's, we're all influenced by each other and we all have our inspirations, but it's always up to you to get it done, to get it out into the world, which it takes a lot of hard work.
Oh, nice. It's a good answer, actually. And can you please explain origin of your artistic name?
Yeah, so iHATEJON, it's kind of a play on self-love, which I think we all can struggle with sometimes. It's kind of it really means me, as in I hate John. I'm actually pretty well liked by most people, believe it or not. But it's kind of a more internal thing. It's almost like a reminder to love myself more and love others. But it's kind of a edgy play on self-love.
Oh, nice. Now we know much more about you and your music. And if you can, please, can you sing to us 15 seconds one of your favorite songs?
Of my favorite songs that I've made?
Yes. Or your own song or your favorite, whatever you want.
Okay, I see. Favorite song. One of them definitely has to be 2009 by Mac Miller off of his swimming project right before he passed away. It's a beautiful song. I'll also say Paraphernalia by Sleeping with Sirens, completely, one's punk, one's hip hop, completely different songs. And then there's this song by Bobby Caldwell called Cat in the Hat. It's an old 70s jazz soul song. So I do listen to a lot of soul too. I'd say those are three top ones. And my favorite song I've made, probably Bounce It. It's a song I just released in October, so it's my most recent release with my friend Britton. It's probably my favorite one I've made that you guys have heard of.
Okay, and can you sing some kind of small part of the songs?
Yeah. So, let's see. The one for my song Bounce It, it's like, I've been moving couch to couch. Why the fuck I need a house? All my shit stay in my whip, like how my name stay in your mouth. 95 north, back on 85 south. Take a drive to clear my mind because right now it's full of doubt. That is the first couple of bars. It's basically talking about I don't live out of my car literally, but I'm always on the road driving up and down the East Coast to see my friends. And so my car is always packed with basically everything I would need to live, and I usually never unpack it. So my car is always packed with stuff. I'm always driving, I say, 95 north, back on 85 south. Those are two interstates that I drive up and down all the time. So it's a very personal line, and it's a very true line. So I love that part of the song.
Oh, thank you. It was nice. And now please tell us about your music project and your future plans.
Yeah. So right now, I released 5 songs in 2022. And we just got into 2023. My last release was in October. So I do have some stuff lined up to release soon. I don't have a date yet, but I have a ton of unreleased music that I'm just trying to compile and figure out how to release. Because like I said, I kind of have these different styles that stylistically it's hard to drop like a traditional hip hop song and then a hyper pop song and then an emo rap song. I want to kind of have some fluidity to it. So I'm just kind of trying to compile and what projects I have multiple projects done. But right now, I would say what's probably coming out the soonest, it'll probably be around February, March. is a project with my friend Britton, who he is on my most recent single, Bounce It, which I was just talking about. Me and him are making a collaborative project, and it's going to be very like traditional hip hop. It's kind of taking us back to that like 2012, 2010 era of when Wiz Khalifa dropped Kush and OJ. It's heavily inspired by that. So it's a lot of like laid back boom bap beats and kind of it's a more playful, fun sound. But then after that, I'm probably going to start getting into some more serious stuff. Again, I'm just trying to figure out how to put it all out there. Oh, and tour dates coming soon. I'm hopefully going on an East Coast tour in the US. I'll be posting about it soon on my Instagram.
Oh, so nice. And I want to tell you, thank you so much for your time, for your nice answers. And what song are we going to listen to now?
Yeah, so we're about to listen to my song, Wake Up. I dropped it in September of this year. To give a little background on the song, I made this song, I believe it was summer of 2020. So I made it about a year and a half before I actually released it. I actually was never going to release it. And then one day I was like, oh, I should put it out. It was just, I had just quit my job that I was working at the time. And then I went and traveled the country. I drove from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles and back over the course of about a month and a half. So I kind of talk about that in there, about quitting my job and running away. That is a very true line. It's kind of what I did. But I got back and was just feeling kind of down in the dumps and was just kind of sick and tired of waking up every day and not feeling like I was very content, not feeling like where I wanted to be. So that's kind of what this song is about. It was kind of me expressing those feelings. And I really like the song. It's not like I made it all by myself in my friend's room that I was staying at the time. And I actually, in the chorus, you'll hear some background vocals. That's actually one of my friends that was just happened to be in the room. And I was like, hey, come here, come put some background vocals. He's not an artist or anything, but he had a good enough singing voice. So you'll hear my friend Cole on there too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And now let's enjoy the song together.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.